This is the KBS bread machine, 17 category one. I traded the other one in. It was a little noisy for me, this process of it, and I'm glad I did because this one is much quieter. Oh wow, the bread is done, you guys. Wow. So you simply unplug it, which is what I'm doing now. And then, this is very hot. Okay. You take your bread, you're going to shape it, and then immediately set it on a cooling rack. Okay. Next, what we do is that you cannot leave it in this container for long, so I just immediately turn mine over and out of the container. I'm gonna try to do it with one hand. Onto a cooling rack. Okay, I better do it with my right hand. Turn it over like so. And that hole that's in there is supposed to be in there because of the little pedal that also is in there. And that pedal is inside of my bread right now, which is normal. Sometimes it sticks in there and sometimes it doesn't. But if it does, all you do, they give you this little tool here to kind of go and fish it out. And if you see, you just kind of dig down in here. There you go. And you pull it out. Okay. Because the place of that tool I'm going to show you, it normally fits down into this pan, the bread pan. I think it's hot. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. It fits down on top of that. It's too hot. I can't do it right now. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is turn our bread over. Okay. There we go. And now it is time to butter. Okay. And I butter mine immediately. And here's the butter that I'll be using. I put this on my slice of bread, on the slice of bread itself, but this is what I use to butter the entire bread. Okay. First, let's check and see how soft this bread is. Okay, yeah, you can see that it's pretty soft. All right, so we're gonna butter that, and also while we're doing that, look, my husband is outside. He's waiting for this bread to get done. He loves it when it's hot, like that. It just melts down over it. And I also butter my sides as well. And notice that it's on a cooling rack. Before I put it on a towel, I put it on top of a, I think it's a cupcake. See how crispy the sides are? A cupcake pan that was turned upside down. Whatever I can find, I'll put it on that. Oh, wow. I lost most of my butter that time. Okay, so I should have put something underneath here because I'm gonna lose some butter down there. Buttering it while it's hot. So first time putting it on the cooling rack, so I'm learning. Right? You can only imagine how it smells, you guys. So good. gonna butter the back side of it as well. Okay. And so I've been doing this recipe now maybe about a month, and I've tried it. This is, I think, my 4th time doing it. Because I've been making bread like once a week. But the recipe itself that I've been using that I find to be a winner is 1 cup of warm water, 1 1/2 tablespoon of either oil or melted butter, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 1/2 tablespoon of either sugar or honey or molasses. You can use any sweetener that you like. I use 3 tablespoons of heavy cream powder. I find that this made a difference. It made it more moist, less crumbly. I used 3 cups of all-purpose flour and 1 1/4 teaspoon of active instant yeast. So that's the recipe I've been using, and let me tell you, it is a winner. It's working great. I love it, and I'm not going to change that. Okay, but I will experiment with my honey molasses, you know, my sweetener. Okay, I'll be back, you guys. Okay, you guys, I'm back, and I've gotten my bread all buttered up. Just did want to tell you, along with the machine comes a measuring cup, so you'll know all the measurements I spoke of. The measuring cup, this little, I don't know what you call it, but anyways, it goes in. You can get, dig in to get that paddle if it sticks to your bread. And then this little cup here is a teaspoon on this side and tablespoon on that side, and also has the marking for the 1/2 of a teaspoon and the 1/2 of a tablespoon. So that comes with the machine, along with a mitten to get the bread out of the machine. Also, your butter of choice. One thing also that they would recommend is that you put it on some type of little, you know, cooling rack to let it cool. And when it's time to cut the bread, you can purchase what they call a bread cutter, and that's what I did. And so I'm going to show you that. Oops, it's not wide enough. You can actually set the settings on this bread cutter. Let me see if I can maneuver some things around. This bread cutter here that I have, my butter dripped down through there, right? So the bread cutter that I have, I purchased from Amazon, and it sits up like so. So I'm gonna have to adjust it because this bread is wider than what I have it set for. I'm gonna see if that's wide enough. Yes, okay. So it goes like that, and we're going to put, maybe it's supposed to go this way. First time using it, you guys, so I don't know, but I'm gonna find out today. All right, and so the way you cut your bread, you got all of these little grooves here that you can go down in there and cut. You have to use a knife that has the ridges on it as well. I don't know if you can see that really good. That's all the butter I've been putting on there. So I'm gonna start cutting here, right? And so all I have to do is hold this. My bread is kind of, I guess I need to put my hand on it, like that. Let me say, you were supposed to wait until your bread cool off some to cut it, but I've never been able to wait. I'm gonna put my honey butter on here. That's what I like to eat mine with, some honey butter. And that's the honey butter that I use. That's the name brand. You can use any of your choice. Also, you can use cinnamon butter. You can use regular butter. You can use whatever you like putting on your bread. You can put jam, jelly, or whatever on it. Let's give it a taste. Yep, it's good. And just to let you see the flexibility of this bread, it's very, very flexible. It pulls apart. You don't see all the crumbs because it's not crumbly like that. Now again, I attribute that to the heavy cream. And I'm just gonna slice a couple more pieces. My husband should be in a moment. He's not gonna want that thin piece, so I already know that. Let's get him a thicker piece. That might be too thick. Let's see. Anyways, that's how you do it. Also, let's get that thin piece and show you. I cut that one too thin, right? But let's show you. I want you to see the texture of this bread. Right, it's very, very, it doesn't normally have a hole there like that, but I cut it so thin. But anyway, I just want you to see the texture of this bread. It's not crumbly at all, right? It's not crumbly at all. So yeah, it's really, really good. Once you cut your bread, you can place it in a bread container of your choice. I ordered one again from Amazon, and this is what it came in. So I'm gonna put mine in there, and then lock the lid on it, like so, and that'll be my bread container. Whether I'm doing bread or muffins or some other type of rolls or something like that, I can put them in there. I can do French bread. This machine does a little bit of everything. So this will be the container that I will store my bread in. So far I've been making like one of these loaves per week, and it lasts about a week. So we'll see. Anyway, happy eating. I'm gonna eat the rest of my bread. By the way, I'm just tired of eating the store-bought bread that has been sitting on my shelf for like 3 weeks and it won't mold. It just will not mold. I don't trust that. Something's wrong with that. So I decided that I wanted to invest in and make my own bread using ingredients that I know that's not going to be hurtful to me. And as time goes on, I'm going to switch over to some whole wheat flour and just make some adjustments as I go. I'm just getting started on this journey, and I just want to mix food that's going to be good and healthy for us in the long run. God bless. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.